I'm a strong black woman. I cannot be intimidated. I cannot be undermined.
What's up, y'all? I'm your host, Raval Davis, and we've been having such an amazing conversation. We just talked about hair and all of the magic that our hair inhabits, and we've also been talking about some of the disrespect that comes along with that, and especially disrespect in the workplace. So I want to know, have you ever felt disrespect in your workplace? So hashtag BLACKGIRLSROCK and get involved in this conversation. Okay, ladies. Let's talk about it, all right? There's no secret that, black women are often treated very different from our white counterparts. And we saw this very recently with a reporter, April Ryan, with Kamala Harris, and also Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
I didn't hear a word she said. I was looking at the James Brown wig. If we have a picture of James, it's the same. It's the same one, right?
No,
and he's not.
Mr. Chairman, respectfully,
Mr. Rosenstein,
I would point out that this witness has joked with as we all have,
the senator
his ability to filibuster.
Mr. Rosenstein, would you like to thoroughly answer
Thank
the
you, Mr.
question?
Chairman. Sir, I'm not joking.
I understand. Okay, but you know what? You're asking me a question, and I'm going to answer it, which is the president. I'm sorry. Please stop shaking your head again.
Whoa. Whoa. Woo. Sigh, right?
Whoa.
Brittany, you actually are one of the major reasons why the trending hashtag Black Women at Work was trending, went viral.
You know, when I asked people to tweet using that hashtag, I didn't know it would go viral, but somewhere in the back of my mind, I knew that I was not the only black woman experiencing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
We go through this every single day, and I wanted to make sure the world knew that what happened to April Ryan, what happened to Congresswoman Waters and Senator Harris is happening every single day at the cube next to them, right? And we're responsible to do something about it. And I've had experiences where people called me beautiful at a business meeting, right? Folks who told me to use my sexuality to raise money. People who talked about picking cotton as a way that young black children used to be able to gain money. Yes, I'm not making any of this stuff up.
Whoa.
But I've also, my favorite memory, favorite in quotes, was when I had come out of micro braids and I was wearing a short pixie cut at the time. My hair was natural, but it was straightened. Mm-hmm. And someone said to me, never put those braids back in. Your hair looks so professional. Mm. So the next time I went and got braids, I got very long braids all the way down to my waist, right? Yeah. And that was about more than hair, right? This is always about more than hair. It's about more than our appearance. It was about reclaiming my power. Yeah.
I love that you said reclaiming.
Yes. Reclaiming.
Hashtag reclaiming my time.
Reclaim my time.
Reclaim my time.
I'm reclaiming my time.
And a whole bunch of other things. Okay. So actually one of the other very popular tweets that we all saw happen, pulling into my own reserved parking space and being told by a random white woman that cleaning people can't park there. Hashtag Black Women at Work.
Mercy.
Woo! Okay, come on, Neffy, let's talk about it. You have a lot to say, I can tell.
You know, it's interesting to me because when I used to work corporate, I wasn't really seen as a black person. So the white people around me would speak freely, about everything that they thought about me, not knowing me was us. You know what I mean? So
wow.
it was part of the reason why I felt like being an entrepreneur would be best for me.
Yeah.
Only because I know my temperament, and it probably wasn't a good thing for me to stay in corporate for too long.
Me too, girl.
Yeah.
I want to know, has anyone here ever been looked at as having a lower position than what you actually had because you were a black woman? You must be the cleaning lady, right?
Yes. Yeah, I had that happen. I was at a Christmas party and the vice president's wife said, "Oh, so you're new to the information technology department?" I said, "Yes." So she said, "Are you the new secretary?" I go, "No." She was like, "Are you the new controller?" I go, "No." And then she goes, "Programmer?" I go, "Yes, ma'am, I am." Just like Neffy, I eventually left.
I want to know also, on the other side of that, has anyone here ever been guilty of toning down your blackness to fit in, okay? Whether it be hair, code switching, as we call it, you know, whatever it may be. Have you ever had to tone it down, dial it down?
Absolutely. So when I first went natural, I just straightened my hair, and because I work in sports and it's a predominantly older white male industry.
Yes.
And there's not a lot of people that look like me. So I always felt that in order to get ahead, that I'd have to assimilate and you know, meet their beauty standards.
Yeah.
These were internalized perspectives that I held and applied to myself. And once I went out on my own and had the freedom, and like you, just knew that, you know, in order to succeed, that I'd have to be my full self.
Being Black is important.
Yes.
You know, so everything that I do is in Black because of that.
Yeah.
Because I understand the Black girl magic, because I understand like our power. You know, so it's not just a color for me. It really is like our culture embedded in a wall. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
You know, to me, that is part of the reason why there are so many Black women entrepreneurs right now, right? We often talk about the fact that we are the most educated in the country, but we can take that education to a corporate setting and find ourselves shrinking, right? Find ourselves hiding instead of being our full selves. So why not venture out on our own and make sure that we can take that Black girl magic wherever we go?
Mansplaining. Have you guys heard this term, mansplaining?
Yes.
Okay, we know what it is, but there was a recent article on bustle.com. When a man mansplains something to a woman, he interrupts or speaks over her to explain something that she already knows. They are saying essentially, shh, I know best. Woo, that hurt my spirit just now.
Felt very familiar though. Especially when a man might offer an idea that a woman has already offered, right? But people only pay attention to it when the man offers it, right?
You know, we have come so far as women, as Black women. We are reaching new heights. We're seeing Black women do so many amazing things, and that's what Black Girls Rock is all about, which is so exciting. But the question is, has this made us single? Okay, I have a statistic for you. I know you have something to say on this, Neffy. I'm very interested to know. So the statistic is that 48% of Black women have never been married, while 46% of all women are currently married. Only 26% of Black women are currently married, while only 30% of all women in America have never been married. Neffy? What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, it's interesting for me because I love love.
Yes.
I love Black men.
Yes.
I love men in general. But sometimes I feel like they don't love me. Only because I am very strong. I am extremely opinionated, and I know what it is that I want and I need, you know? And they have an issue with that kind of conversation. You know, it's a conversation to me, but it seems like a battle to them. So, and that falls into like the love part of it, you know? So while I'm entrepreneuring, you know, while I'm doing my thing, I have to not involve men. I can't date at this present moment. Yeah, I have to be, I've made that choice.
Ooh, that is real.
But it's your choice though, right?
It's definitely my choice.
That's your choice to make.
Again, because I love love. So I can't mix the two. It doesn't do good for me.
Wow, that's a sacrifice though, Brittany.
I'm very fortunate to have an incredible partner, right? My boyfriend is thoughtful and generous, and I don't feel like I have to deal with the things that you are explaining, which I realize that is a real blessing, right? And we're able to have just authentic conversations about how to move forward, and he's supportive, right, and not threatened by kind of the things going on in my life. But I also know that that's sometimes a rarity.
I was gonna say, where do they make it? Does he have a brother?
He's got brothers, cousins. We didn't have that
We'll talk
conversation.
later. We'll talk later. So this has been such a great conversation, like so explosive and informative. Thank you, ladies. I have a question. Actually, Brittany, do you have a closing sort of remark for us, a takeaway?
You know, like a true millennial, I saw the best piece of advice I've ever gotten on Instagram. It was that you had a purpose before anyone had an opinion. So if it's that person mansplaining you, if it's somebody saying you're actually not the expert or you're the cleaning lady, I've got a purpose here to fulfill, irrespective of your opinion. And we're all put on this earth to fulfill a particular purpose. If you don't fulfill your purpose, then we're all left wondering and wishing for what you could have brought to us, right? So I'm just gonna run my own race and make sure that I fulfill my purpose. You can keep your opinion.
I love that. That's good. I love that. And to echo that, I think my takeaway from this has been hashtag reclaiming my time,
Yes.
my hair, my power,
Yes.
my explanation for myself,
Yes.
whatever,
Yes.
reclaiming everything that is
Yes.
me.
Yes.
And speaking of reclaiming my time, we are going to leave you with a wise word from our Black Girls Rock celebrant, Auntie Maxine.
For Black women who are tried and undermined in the workplace, you've got to learn to speak up for yourself. I know oftentimes we are taught by our parents, go to work, be nice, look nice, don't cause any trouble. That day is over. You cannot allow yourself to be harmed by taking insults and things that will not strengthen you. And so my advice to you is speak up, speak out, and speak the truth, and slam the door and tell them to go to hell.